year in news and politics. From House Speaker chaos and congressional gridlock to the former president's multiple indictments. And there is no one better on earth to discuss all of this with than our dear friend and historian, Jon Meacham. Among a long list of superb works, he is the author of the book, And There Was Light, Abraham Lincoln and the American Struggle. It is out now. He also occasionally advises President Biden. Jon, I am so glad you are here. If you were to write a book about this year, what would you include?
Oh my God! Well, you're right. I think it's against. Maybe you just say, "Oh my God." That might be a good title.
Oh my God!
It's against my usual. There you go. It's against my usual standard to say something's unprecedented. But as you were saying, so much of this was, and it's to stand on that simply for ceremony's sake isn't wise at all. So you have to follow the evidence, and the evidence leads us to a former president of the United States under serial criminal indictment, an unfolding crisis in trust in democratic institutions, lowercase d, and that former president using rhetoric that comes straight from the Third Reich as he mounts a campaign to be reelected, and most polls show him to be firmly in control of one of the two major parties in the United States. And so you sit back at that point, and I think one of the things we should be honest about is our conventional vernacular, right? The way we talk about these things, who's up, who's down, where's the approval rating, what's the agenda, just the ordinary vocabulary of our politics doesn't feel to me to be sufficient to the gravity of the questions we're facing. And I think that's a real problem for a lot of us. I think it's a problem for a lot of citizens who are in many ways kind of overwhelmed by the amount of the scope of the news you're talking about. And I know I am. And so I think that we're in a real stress test for citizenship. And one of the things you and I have talked about before, I don't think President Biden's on trial here. I think we are. I think that the question is, what do we, as the American people, what are the choices we want? And, if Donald Trump is renominated by the Republican Party, that tells us pretty much everything we need to know about those Republican voters, seems to me.
So do you